The story starts with a criminal slowly walks into a restaurant. Suddenly, his eyes fall on the TV showing breaking news. The police are searching for a murder suspect. But the most terrifying part was that the killer shown on TV was the very same man sitting inside that restaurant. Surprisingly, he didn't seem scared at all. Instead, like everyone else, he calmly sat there watching the news. His name was Charlie. He picked a corner seat and sat down peacefully, as if he had nothing to worry about. A few moments later, the waitress, Anna, comes to his table and asks with a smile, "What would you like to have, sir?" The moment Charlie sees her, he gives a mischievous grin and says, "If you have dinner with me, my day will be made." Anna doesn't like his comment at all and clearly refuses. But Charlie wasn't the kind of man to give up easily. He kept flirting with her until Anna got irritated and walked away. That evening, when Anna finishes work and steps outside, she sees Charlie again on the street. He stops her and says he wants to take her out on a date. Anna shouts back, "Sorry, my husband is waiting for me at home." But Charlie's eyes immediately go to her hand. No ring. He realizes she's lying. Anna starts to panic and tries to run away, but Charlie begins to follow her. Terrified, she pulls out her pepper spray and warns him to stay back. Charlie calmly says, "I was just heading to my car." Anna thinks maybe she misunderstood him and relaxes a little. But just then, Charlie takes a gun out of his pocket and points it directly at her. Trembling, Anna pleads in a shaking voice, "I won't do anything to you. Just let me go." Crying, she says, "I'll take a day off and go anywhere you want, just please don't kill me." But there was no mercy on Charlie's face. The very next moment, he pulls out a knife and stabs her in the stomach. Then suddenly, the scene starts shaking, and everything shifts back to the restaurant. Charlie is sitting in the same place again. The same news on TV, the same Anna. Everything exactly as before. He's completely confused, as if he's stuck in a time loop. He thinks maybe everyone is just messing with him. He tells Anna to look at her stomach where he stabbed her. Everyone looks at him in shock. When no one believes him, Charlie suddenly pulls out a gun. The restaurant falls completely silent. No one dares to move or breathe. Charlie is stunned when he sees that there's no wound on Anna's stomach, as if she was never hurt at all. He can't understand what's going on. Is this a dream or reality? Just then, a few thugs try to break into the restaurant. Charlie angrily takes out his gun and scares them away. But then, a man wearing a shirt also pulls out a weapon, and everything starts repeating again, just like a video game restarting. Charlie finds himself right back at the beginning, where it all started. This time, he's gone completely insane. In a fit of rage, he starts shooting everyone, especially the man who killed him before. Screaming, he runs outside and starts his car. But the moment he drives past the restaurant gate, he ends up right back where he started. The same chairs, the same people, the same news channel. Charlie is completely broken now. He tries again and again to escape, to hide, but no matter what he does after a while, he's back in the same restaurant, with the same sounds, the same people. Finally, in frustration, he fires another round of bullets and runs outside. But fate plays another cruel joke on him. He's back at the same table where it all began. A few moments later, he notices a woman heading toward the restroom. This time, Charlie quietly follows her. Within just a few minutes, when he came back, his entire face was covered in blood, and there was a strange sense of calm in his eyes. But this time, something was different. There was no robbery. Everything stayed exactly the same. Charlie quickly tried to hide the body and threw it into the trash bin behind the restaurant. Just then, a cleaner showed up and said, "Bro, that's my job." Charlie didn't trust him and started following him. Then he stuffed the rest of the bodies into the same bin and acted as if nothing had happened. When he walked back inside, he saw a couple sitting at a table, talking nonsense. His veins started twitching again. Without saying a word, he picked up his weapon once more. Suddenly, a scream echoed inside the restaurant. In a fit of rage, Charlie grabbed a man by the neck and stabbed a knife straight into his eye. The loud noise terrified the other customers. A nurse who was eating nearby saw the blood-soaked woman and rushed to help. But Charlie pointed a gun at her and said calmly, "Anyone who moves will die." He started muttering like a madman, saying that no one would make it out alive today. But then he realized the chef was missing. In the blink of an eye, everything reset again. Charlie was back in the same place, as if time had rewound itself again. This time, he went straight to the kitchen, killed the chef first, and then everyone else. But no matter how many people he killed, he always ended up right back where he started. The same restaurant, the same people, the same moment in time. He was so exhausted now that he had memorized every single one of Anna's lines. This time, he said, "That's it. I just want a fried egg." Anna laughed and said, "Sorry, sir, we only serve fried eggs at breakfast." Charlie got irritated and stormed into the kitchen. He pulled out a tray of eggs from the fridge and told the chef, "Make it fast." But the chef refused and said, "This is a restaurant, not your personal diner." Anger filled Charlie's eyes. He grabbed a knife, but the chef quickly punched him and knocked him down. Charlie then pulled out his gun. The chef said, "If you're a real man, fight without the gun." That triggered Charlie's stubbornness. He lunged at him, but just like every other time, he lost badly. He kept dying, kept coming back, fighting the same battle over and over. Eventually, he realized he could never win against this loop. Then one day, when the chef provoked him again, Charlie smiled, pulled out his gun, and shot him in the head. He made himself a fried egg, ate it slowly, and for the first time, there was peace on his face. But at that very moment, he placed the gun against his temple, and everything reset again. When he opened his eyes, he saw a new man sitting in the restaurant, someone he'd never seen before. Charlie slowly walked toward him and touched him. The man was real. "My name is Father David," he said. In a tired voice, Charlie replied, "I'm stuck in a loop I can't escape. I can't sleep. I can't die." "It's the same day again and again," Father David smiled gently and said. "You already know why, don't you?" Charlie said, "No." Father David looked into his eyes and said, "Because your sins are too many. But if you truly want to atone, maybe all of this can change." They explained that every person has the power to change their destiny. Charlie's heart softened after hearing this, and he decided to try once again, to break this cycle through good deeds. In an instant, everything reset. The same restaurant, the same people. But this time, Charlie was different. His face showed not anger, but peace. He spoke kindly to everyone, and for the first time, there was a trace of humanity in his voice. As evening came, Anna stepped out of the restaurant again, and this time, Charlie was calmly waiting for her. Anna wasn't scared of him anymore. In fact, she smiled, touched by his change in behavior. Something good seemed to be starting between them. Charlie put his gun aside, as if he had truly changed. But then, as if the darkness inside him suddenly awoke, he did what he never should have done. In a moment of madness, he stabbed Anna in the stomach. When Charlie opened his eyes, he wasn't in the restaurant. Around him were white walls, medicines on the table, and standing in front of him was Father David, now Dr. David. Panicking, Charlie asked, "Where am I?" The doctor replied, "You're in a mental hospital. You were never stuck in a time loop. It was all part of an experiment. After committing the murder, Charlie had been caught. To reduce his sentence, he volunteered for a research program where prisoners were forced to relive their crimes over and over, to face what they had done. Anna, the woman he kept seeing, was actually the doctor's assistant, and the restaurant setting was just a virtual simulation. Dr. David explained, "This project exists so that criminals can rediscover humanity and empathy. We're not just treating mental illness, we're building the foundation of a compassionate society." Charlie stared blankly into the void, as if his mind and body had separated. A nurse came in and gave him an injection to calm him down. His eyes slowly closed, but the very next moment, the same TV news, the same restaurant, the same Anna. Charlie was right back where he started. It seemed the cycle would never end. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section. Also subscribe to this channel for more stories like this.